This has been such a long time coming. See, when quarantine started, I was constantly playing my PS4 and not really touching my Xbox One, which got me thinking, I don't like Xbox anymore. Why? Well, that is what this video is kind of for, to answer that question, to have a little small in-depth look as to why I prefer PlayStation over Xbox. Disclaimer, this is my personal opinion. I won't tell you that you're wrong for liking what you like. Just know that I won't be talking about specs or graphics or any type of technology stuff in a sense. Looking at you, PS4 Controller and your noisemaker. Without further ado, let's begin. From the years of 2001 to 2006, I was just a kid who knew nothing about video games. I would play outside, get into trouble anywhere I could. You know, the standard kid stuff that you would do from the years of 2001 to 2006. However, by the end of 2006, a kid in my neighborhood got a PlayStation 2 with Grand Theft Auto 3. Like, first of all, a kid got Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PlayStation 2, might I add, the first console I've ever seen. And just a quick side note, my parents didn't want me playing any type of violent video games at all when I was growing up, but we'll touch on that later. And this is what the catalyst was for my love of video games. After that, all I asked for was a Game Boy and a PlayStation 2 for Christmas. Unlike today, I wanted everything for Christmas. So Christmas evening rolls around, and I open up my Game Boy, and I'm excited. Now Christmas morning rolls around, and I open gifts, and none of them are the PlayStation 2, and all hope is lost in my little 6-year-old boy mind. Until my parents bring out this secret, awesome gift. You guessed it, the PlayStation 2. Yeah, I know, I was a greedy kid, I wanted this, that, and the other, I was selfish. I mean, but what kid wasn't? In my defense. So, when the PS2 was released, it had this like big marketing thing, and it was super popular. But being the kid I was, I didn't really know any of these things, nor did I really care to know. Down below will be a video in the description for how well the PS2 did. Alright, back on the subject. So when I got my PS2, it was all I played, day in, day out. I would try to be sneaky and play it when I was supposed to be sleeping, but utterly failed most of the time. What's even more awesome was the fact that my game library was big even for a 7-year-old like me. And I say big, more like, I don't know, 20 games at the max? Whatever. Growing up was also difficult for me since I had no friends in school. I was always bullied and made fun of. All day, every day. So when I got home, my PlayStation was the only thing that brought me happiness. Whether it be Ben 10, Spider-Man 2, there was always an adventure to be had in my mind. Sadly, however, I do not know what it was like to play San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3, any COD game, or, anything rated M for the PlayStation 2 because my parents, again, were strict on what games I could play, which I think isn't a bad thing. I mean, I turned out pretty okay. No! Fuck you. Everything about this, I'm f***ing done. No, I don't, man. I don't. What is the most frustrating game that you've played?
I don't know, I don't really get mad at games.
You don't?
Probably that one time you saw me mad at Double Dash, but that was more on myself than the game itself.
That's the only time I'll ever see you mad. I'm done with getting over it. I will never ever break my rule of one-offs again. This game, everything about this game, I'm done. Yeah. Anyhow, so, yeah, I was in love with my PlayStation 2, and it felt like I just felt like I would always have a Sony product. I mean, I have the Sony Walkman, the thing from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then one day, a friend of mine had shown me the newest console on the block. Well, new to me at least. Now, sit back for a minute. Imagine. The year is 2010. I'm at the peak of my time playing PlayStation, bringing it over to friends' houses, my library being at the max, and me sitting there thinking nothing could ever beat it. But then I was shown the Xbox 360. I was introduced to party chats, online gaming, friends, messages, and the best of all, Halo. When I got my Xbox 360, words couldn't describe how excited I was. To give you an idea what it was like to have an Xbox 360, this was the dashboard I remember seeing. My first couple of games were Spider-Man Web of Shadows and Halo Reach. Now, if it wasn't for Halo, I probably would have favored my PlayStation even more. It was a thrill. My cousins, my friends, whoever I had come over, we would play the campaign of Reach and beat it in one go every time. So, flash forward to 2011 and I finally get Xbox Live. Making this thing of Halo, this world of single player, not knowing of the online gaming world ahead of me, it made online gaming a presence in my life. Without Xbox Live, I'd probably be a little lost, not gonna lie to you. Halo Reach, however, was brutal to me, but I learned quick.
But Nooksby, I thought you said your parents didn't want you to play rated M games.
I hear you saying. Well, with a bit of borrowing a friend's copy of Halo Combat Evolved and demonstrating to them that I was the good guy, saving humanity, you know, so on, so forth, pew pew pew, few dead aliens later, they decided I could have Halo Reach. And just like my PlayStation 2, the Xbox 360 quickly became my go-to console I would play when I get home from school. However, my friends list was still a little lacking, but that was okay. I had fun nonetheless. I met people online, one of which is my friend Tyler. Ty, I know you're watching this, hopefully, and if not, I'll let you know, buddy. I'll let you know I called you out. And him and I beat Halo 4 on Legendary in 8 hours, and we were very good at online matchmaking. And as I approached the end of 2012, I heard the rumor of a new console generation just over the corner. But what was this new generation going to be? What were the wonders that could be awaiting me? The Xbox 720? Something new? Virtual reality? Oh, yeah, and the PS3 was a thing, but at the same time, I really didn't care anymore because, I don't know, the console looked weird, the UI looked weird, everything about the PS3 just did not sit right with me. That, and Microsoft built their webs in my mind with online multiplayer instead of story-driven games. And yeah, I also think we can all agree the PS3 just... Look at the bulk, dude. Bulk. However, in the midst of all the darkness and confusion and rumors, a voice called out in mid-2013. It said,
Hey, there's a new console generation actually happening. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Have fun!
This young, dashing, handsome dude is me at the age of 14. I promise my appearance has changed since then, but this might be the only thing that you get to a face reveal anytime soon. However, the Xbox One has entered my life at this point. Halo 5 has been released, my love for Saints Row has only grown, and I finally get to play Batman Arkham Knight. Not only that, but I obtained GTA 5, Watch Dogs 2, Halo MCC, Titanfall 2, Fallout 4, and made new friends, along with other games. Oh yeah, and Todd Howard announced Skyrim for like the 7th billionth time. I still played it, and Tazakra got all the achievements. Nice work, dude. You got all the achievements in this game. The Xbox One looked so promising. But before we continue with all of the great, I wanted to talk about the bad. See, when the Xbox One was first announced, it had this thing where your disc would only register to your Xbox and your Xbox only, and the Kinect would constantly stay on, and so many other things that were not fun. Xbox quickly fixed these issues. Now, moving on, playing the Xbox One with my friends was amazing. I was in high school and my friends list was growing with IRL friends and online friends. Many memories were made, many videos were made, and I was fully convinced that the Xbox One was going to beat the console war forever. Oh, and before we move on from this, 1 year later the Nintendo Switch was announced and I wanted one, of course. I got one a year later for my 16th birthday and was scared that I would become a Nintendo fanboy hardcore, but I wasn't. What a sentence I just said. I just really, really enjoy Nintendo. However, I don't want to speak more on it in case they take down this video. I love you, Nintendo. Now, things looked promising. The Xbox has me, right? Well, almost. See, late my junior year of high school / early senior year of high school, all of my friends started slowly going offline because we all became busy. Honestly, we all became busy. It brought sadness to my heart to have no one to play with anymore, and it just kind of hurt deeply. Few good years though. Oh, and the Switch, it was great. I still have it today. I love it to death. Keep in mind, I strongly disliked the PlayStation 4, and I kind of don't remember why now. Going forward, I soon noticed the exclusive games would start to be going on to PlayStation instead of Xbox. Seeing games like The Last of Us, Not True, and Uncharted, or even Horizon Zero Dawn, a game that we are currently going through on the channel, please go check it out if you'd like, made me sort of want a PlayStation 4. And seeing these things and not having many friends to play with anymore on Xbox made me only the more sad that I was just burned out of the console. It was to a point where, like, I would sit there and be like, I want to play Xbox. Oh, wait, no, I don't, because nobody wants to game because everybody's in high school and it's senior year and so on and so forth. At a certain point, you only use it to play the Telltale's Guardians game, Skyrim, and I hate this, but the greatest game of all time, Anthem. I'm kidding. That game, promise, it had the No Man's Sky effect, but instead of like No Man's Sky, it just didn't get better. Anyhow, I started to play my Switch more often than I did my Xbox, and I didn't have fun with the Xbox One in general anymore. I became the president of the United States in Saints Row, got almost all the properties in GTA 5 along with the Deluxo, stopped Bloom and CTOS and Watch Dogs 2, beat all the Halo games on MCC with my sister. Then on April 4th, 2018, Spider-Man PS4 was announced. And being the Spider-Man fan I was, and am, I knew I had to play it. This was it. This was the determining factor of if I became a PlayStation boy again or not. So for the next few months from April to September, I worked all the hours I could just to save up for a PlayStation 4 Slim and a copy of Spider-Man PS4. And finally, on September 29th, 2018, I finally received my PS4 in the mail. It was time to see if the PlayStation 4 was all that it was hyped up to be. Will I be happy and get rid of the gamer burnout? Or be highly disappointed, as I was scared I would be all along? I played Spider-Man PS4 and fell in love. I felt like I was 7 again. I stayed up all through the night and beat Spider-Man PS4 on 100% on October 30th, 2018. 2 years ago. I remembered why I loved story games. I remember why I enjoyed PlayStation. All the memories came flooding back from my childhood. The second game I played was Infamous Second Son, and that's when I found out that the DualShock 4 controller made noises. It makes noises, and it was such a small thing that it made me fall in love with the console even more. Not only this, but I finally got to play the exclusives I mentioned earlier. I was so happy, and I still am with my purchase 2 years later. I haven't even played an online multiplayer game in a while. It's not, I don't and haven't played my Xbox. So much so, I left it at my parents' house when I moved back to college. I love the PS4. Genuinely. I haven't played a multiplayer game on console with a friend of mine because, again, I also have my PC, which is what this video is made on. And I just love story games. I'm loving every story game that I've played so far. So, yeah, I'm kind of sorry for all the Xbox fanboys out there, but I love PlayStation. Here's the thing. I have more enjoyment on PlayStation than I do Xbox. Not only this, but anything that comes out on Xbox will come out on PC. Look at Halo, for example. I know that not everyone has the money or even has a PC, And I know that with the new generation of the Series refrigerator and Wi-Fi router number 5, that there will be new exclusives. Except this time around, I don't really know if I want a new console. If I had to choose, I'd be the Wi-Fi router, mainly for Horizon Forza New Dawn 2 and Tails Miles Per Hour the Spider-Man. Xbox has nothing for me anymore. Even Halo Infinite will be on the old consoles, and potentially highly PC. I've even told all my friends, including Tazakura, quote, an avid Nintendo player in my book, that I want the war to end. See, the Xbox could stop, and Microsoft could focus on PC games, and Sony could easily make the ultimate console. Nintendo would be its own thing like it is. Again, I love you, Nintendo. Quoted by my good friend Tazakura, twitch.tv/Tazakura. Go check him out. I'm just tired of wasting money for a new console for 6 years at the max just to get the new one again when it comes out. So, like, at this point, I'm not even going to upgrade. I'm just going to keep my PC. If it comes out on PC, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I worry about it then, you know? So, to recap, the PlayStation will always hold a special place in my heart no matter what happens. The Xbox came and went for me, and it was because of the Xbox One that my love for it declined. Even though I have a PC, I know not everyone does, meaning if you want an Xbox, go for it. If you want a PlayStation, go for that one. I don't know much about the specs. I don't know much about the graphic details between the two, but I do know my own emotions. I'm not a YouTuber who could tell you the specs and the details about the console. I'm a YouTuber who could tell you why personally I chose the consoles I did. And I really hope that means something to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot. Hey guys, I just want to let you all know that this has been a brainchild of mine since March, actually, since quarantine. I think I said that in the intro. I think I have the intro recorded. I honest to God have no idea. This has just been, I'm so grateful. We are on the road to 200. There's so many big things, and I want this video to just let you understand that we are all human. We all want a console for this, that, or the other. People want to play Nintendo because they grew up on Nintendo. People want to play Xbox because the Halo gave them good memories. People want to play on PlayStation because story games, Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, Hitman. I'm not gonna say which one to buy, honestly. I can tell you which one I prefer and which one I like. And guys, I really hope all of you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much again for watching the video. It might be a few weeks. I'm not gonna lie, it might be a few weeks before I actually go back into a series. For games, it might just be, like I said, a few weeks before I go back to a series. It might be like a week or two before I upload again. I just want to take a break. I've been working nonstop on homework and videos, and this is the last month of my semester, and we're in the free fall area. Anything and everything is happening, and I hope you guys understand. Come around Thanksgiving, and after that, we are going to be full force back on videos, if anything. In my spare time, I will be making a backlog to be uploaded. But all the editing and stuff is just going to be calmed down for a while. Again, I thank you guys so much for watching this. I never thought I would actually do this video, and it's so cool. It's so freaking. It's been in the back of my mind. Actually, it's supposed to come out in 2 days while I'm recording this outro. So this is all last minute for me, and I love all of you to death. And I really hope you enjoy my content. I don't know why you would, but I really hope you do. Have a great day, great night, great week. I love all of you again. I hope all of you do great things. Good luck on any test you have. And yeah, see all of you in the next video. I'm out. I need like a coffee. Holy crap, have I not slept yet.